She gave me the shitty one she was saving for somebody. That's what she did. That's what she did.
Oh, you coming? She was like...
No, she was like, after she got sassy and I got sassy back, she's like, give her that one. That one we set aside for the asshole.
She saw your sourpuss coming. She was like...
I didn't have a sourpuss.
She's like, watch this. She's like...
All right.
Bubble.
Look at these.
Bubbles.
They're a mouthful of fun. This is a PG-13 program. I like it. It's good.
Where are we coming from?
It's a Tuesday, and we needed to take our Brinkley to the service center in Goshen, Indiana, and we did some things while we were there.
So we dropped it off at the service center.
Yeah.
We had to get some minor items looked at. The only one that would have been covered under warranty was a floor squeak. So that was taken care of. Apparently there was something loose underneath the duct or something that was causing it to make noise. The other items weren't covered under warranty.
No. They weren't major items at all.
All minor items.
We had a leaky hydraulic jack. It was a slow leak, and it was happening for a while. And we ordered the part. We ordered the hydraulic jack, and we were going to have it shipped to us. But then we realized, oh, we're going that way, and we need to have a few other things looked at. So we said, nope, hold on to it. And when we get there, maybe we can have that done while we're there.
Yeah, I mean, we thought we were going to have to pay for the jack, but they actually told us they'll just ship it to us if we can put it on or have it put on ourselves free of charge, which is what we were going to do. But then when the floor started squeaking, and we figured we were going to be coming down through Michigan anyways, and then hang a left to go to Pennsylvania, might as well stop at Brinkley and have that checked out. So then we thought, well, can we just do the jack while we're there?
Yeah.
And they absolutely did. So they did the leaky hydraulic jack. They replaced our 50 amp power cord that started separating.
Yes.
They did some touch-up paint work, actually seam tape that wasn't finished right from the beginning.
Yeah, it was when we sat in the recliner and we looked up, there was this little spot that just wasn't white.
Just an inch short.
Just an inch, but it was just frustrating to see it. So they did that.
A couple other things they did kind of on their own is they recalked some of the yellowing caulk that's happening in, I guess, every RV or some of the RVs or whatever. So they took care of that. They actually replaced our microwave because of previous arcing issues.
Yeah, we didn't expect that at all.
Brand new microwave.
It was quite a surprise.
And then they gave us some Brinkley embossed step pads for our stairs.
Yeah, just put those on there.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
It was really, really, really great. We had a great experience.
Yeah. And they went up on the roof and just inspected the roof to make sure everything's good, because you're actually supposed to document that for warranty purposes later on.
Every year, right? Once a year you have to do that.
You're supposed to, yeah. It's a 20-year roof, so
yeah.
I think it's a 20-year roof. I don't know.
Yeah, so we've had our Brinkley for almost 2 years. It's been out of warranty for, a year almost?
So, over a year.
How long is it?
No, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, for a year.
Yeah, about 8-9 months out of warranty.
Yeah, and we worked with Dina.
Yeah, Dina
She was
great.
very sweet and welcoming, and she was just great to work with. And we didn't have a bill.
Yeah, I mean, they took care of everything.
We were prepared to have a bill.
Yeah.
But they took care of it all.
Yeah.
In one day.
And that's the thing. I mean, they knew we're full-time, so they knew that we couldn't drop it off. We couldn't just, have it down for a couple of weeks until they could fit it in or get to it. So we scheduled this, 4 or 5 months in advance.
A while ago.
So,
yeah.
But that's why we have a Brinkley, and that's why people are buying Brinkleys, is because of the customer service after the purchase.
Yeah.
They're not going to be doing this 10 years down the road, as far as all these little repairs and fixes, but they're taking care of their customers. And we purchased this over a year and a half ago, and when we bought it, it's new, newer company. It was only 1,000 units before ours.
Yeah. We're number 1107.
Yeah.
We have a Z3100.
And ever since we bought it, then a lot of the different social media groups started popping up, and then people started talking, and then events started happening with rallies, and a whole bunch more customers, which is awesome. And then the Kool-Aid starts getting scooped out.
Yeah.
The Kool-Aid punch.
Yeah. But did you think you drank any Kool-Aid?
Well, I mean, before that, we were starting to get a little bit bitter taste without drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Like somebody asked a question on a social media group because they just bought a Brinkley, and then people right away jump on and, they're the greatest thing since sliced bread, like that, and just so defensive. It starts to
and
turn you,
especially if you're having issues.
Away
if you're the person that isn't having all the great experiences or the issue, or and there aren't many, but some people have had some issues.
There's some hardcore cheerleaders.
Yeah.
So
that's kind of hurtful whenever you just want to ask a question on a group, and you get people just you're wrong.
Yeah, I've had no problems.
Mine's perfect.
And that's wonderful. That's great. Maybe you shouldn't comment.
Right.
Unless people ask, "Hey, what's your experience with Brinkley?" Then by all means, tell them how much you love them. But if somebody's having an issue,
be compassionate or empathetic a little bit.
You don't have to slam them saying that maybe you shouldn't have bought a Brinkley or whatever. So anyways, it gives you a little bit of a bad taste, and then. So we, not that we were skeptic or cynics or anything like that.
No, because we love ours.
Yeah, and we own it. We live in it.
We live in it. Yeah.
We're doing it. So,
I would say that I feel we had a great experience.
Oh, absolutely. And we were going into the service appointment and the Brinkley tour with obviously open mind because we own it. We've owned it and have experience with them and stuff. Did we drink the Kool-Aid? I don't know if we sipped it.
I took a sip.
Yeah. I think what
but
it is
it's
now,
because it was great.
Right, absolutely. We had a great experience, and it's not because even if they would have charged us for labor and all that other stuff, but by all means, we're out of warranty. We're expected. But they're a good company. They're, somebody could say, oh yeah, they're doing it right. Are they? Yeah, they're doing it better than some of the RV industry, which is at a whole craft.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're doing things right. Are they doing it right? Time will tell. But they're definitely doing things right.
Yeah.
They have a better vision. They're taking care of their employees. They're the only buildings that are supposedly air conditioned for the factory employees. The process, it's just orderly. It makes it efficient for the
We're talking about the tour now.
Yeah, the assemblers, all that stuff. The service appointment, hands down, that was great. Very quick. They took care of it. You could tell that they cared.
Everyone was really friendly.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So then we went to the Brinkley tour of the Z building. They welcomed us in. We went to a small conference room while other people were arriving, offered us a drink. We waited for the tour to start, and then there was an introduction in the room, and then we went off into the plant, and the what would you call it, the manufacturing facility?
It's the assembly plant.
The assembly plant.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to all of the stations throughout. There were probably, I'd say, 25 people in our group.
Yeah.
It wasn't a big, huge group, but it wasn't a tiny group. They just took you through the whole process and talked about how, they may do something differently than another manufacturer has. Gave us the background on the company, and we did that.
Yeah, one of the big things that they've done from the start and their vision was basically dive deep into what are the most common issues, whether they're warranty issues or claims or problems or anything like that, and how to design and build the RVs and streamline the process to kind of, they call it building out those issues and problems. Mm-hmm. And I think they're doing that because, you know, they have wiring harnesses that are all marked and labeled and pre-assembled before they even touch the RV.
And tested.
Yeah.
They're tested before they're even...
Yeah, so, you know, that way they're not going to have this, you know, spaghetti mess and some of the other issues. You know, they're doing plumbing differently with the brass fittings, shutoffs. Mm-hmm. They're doing things just a little bit differently so they have less warranty issues and claims.
Yeah.
Is that happening? I'm sure. Guarantee it. Plus, it makes it easier for owners if we elect to fix things on our own, whether it's through an RV tech, mm-hmm. which is one thing that's different from, you know, other manufacturers with Brinkley is they, you know, they allow RV techs to do the work and get reimbursed. So it just, you know, they're designing and building them with the issues already in mind from all their previous experiences, all the owners' previous experiences.
Yeah.
And I think that's working. It was good to see.
It was really cool. And it was cool to be there after having it for almost 2 years and using it and enjoying it. And, you know, we finally got to go on the tour. Is there anything that you would say they could improve as far as the tour, anything?
No, I mean, I think you'll probably be able to talk a little bit more about that with your experience in marketing. I mean, from my perspective, they walked us through all the processes and down the line. I mean, it's kind of nice because you go from one end of the building where they actually have only the frame and suspension that they pull in, and they start right there, and then you just, I mean, you get on the whole line all the way down to a completely finished unit ready for delivery.
Mm-hmm. And then you go
one end of the building to the other end of the building, and they went through the whole process and showed us all the different parts and pieces. And it makes it nice from an owner standpoint. You know, I'm sure the people that have never owned one or owned other RVs got to see, you know, from mm-hmm. their perspective. But from our perspective as, you know, current owners, you know, we've done some things and had some minor repairs, but, you know, some things I think about for future repairs and how to access them and all that stuff. It made it really, really nice because now I know what's where.
You can see the inside of what was, you
exactly,
know, and have a better picture of it.
Yeah, so, you know, it'll make it easier later on. So from that, my, you know, perspective, from repairs or just knowledge of the unit, how it's built and put mm-hmm. together and all that stuff, you know, they did a great job with that.
Yeah. Well, I would say I do global events, and I've worked in marketing for many, many years. And I think they did a great job. One area could be that they could have some marketing people involved with the tour and kind of get, I don't know, more of a personal touch to it. When we got there, you know, we went to the room, but everyone was really quiet. Nobody kind of knew what to do. We all kind of just sat like we were kind of in a waiting room. If there was maybe something like a video playing on a screen or some messaging somewhere in the room, I mean, they did have their core values, which were awesome, right in front. But maybe something that would allow people to kind of stand up and talk to each other when they get there and understand, you know, I own this, or we're looking to buy. Can you tell me about your experience? I think it would be an opportunity for the people who are current owners to be able to give their experience, which is more than likely good. So that would benefit the company, it would benefit the new people who are looking to buy, and just be able to talk to people. People just didn't really know what to do while they waited. Just a little bit of messaging, nothing over the top, but something in there. And then, you know, maybe understanding what the process is going to be when you go into the tour, like something like maybe a small little, I don't know, program or agenda, like first we're going to do this, and then maybe the person who's giving the tour talks through that. This is what you're going to see, this is the route we're going to take, and we're going to talk about this, this, and this, and hey, let's go. And then you go through and you know kind of what you're getting into and what you're going to see, and then maybe as you're coming out, something that's like, here is a handoff, thank you for coming, you know, that kind of thing. That's kind of how I would approach it.
Yeah, I mean, they were friendly.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they were very warm.
Yeah, I would say no.
You know,
Just kind of like, hey,
like you said,
go in there.
I think there could have been some
a little bit more personal touch to it, because Brinkley's such a feel-good company.
Yeah, I mean, they really focus on their customers, and when you go for the tour, you feel like, okay, but then you do the tour and you're like,
yeah, we didn't know it was over yet. We didn't know, okay, which way do we go to get out, that kind of thing. So it just needs a little bit of a marketing touch, I think. That's all. But honestly, that's like, it's nothing. It's just a critique from someone who does it, and that I think it could be improved that way. But other than that, it was fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The facilities are phenomenal. The money that they're investing into how they do, their building of their products are amazing. So it makes us feel really, really good and comfortable as owners. I mean, again, ours is coming on 2 years old, to know we don't have to go trade this in. We don't have to get rid of it because, you think an RV can only last a handful number of years, and then you got to throw it away and buy a new one.
Right.
They're building it to the point that you're like, this will last. This will definitely last if you upkeep it and, know how to fix it when it's broke. They're not shy about showing you how it's built.
In fact, someone asked, they said, I need to do some kind of, I'd like to do, what was it, a plumbing thing? And asked if they could have the drawing to be able to see what they need and how to fix,
like
how to do something. Yeah. And the answer was, but we have all of that with our service team, and they'd be happy to help you with it. They wouldn't just give it to someone who didn't already own one, but they're happy to help with that.
There was a gentleman that was that mentioned that he was in another factory tour with a different brand that he actually currently owns, and he's getting rid of to buy Brinkley. But he said when he went through that tour, anything that looked like it showed an interior of a wall, under the floor, the inside of anything, it was all from a far distance. So you couldn't, potentially tell a competitor how you do things. I don't think Brinkley is as worried about that because they know they're doing it right. And they want owners and current owners and prospective owners to know what they're buying.
And to do what we're doing.
That's it.
Right now.
That's what we were doing, is we wanted to know more about what we bought.
We did.
How to use it more efficiently or later on down the road. So.
And we didn't leave with an order for a new Brinkley. We thought we were a little nervous about that, but we didn't. We still have ours.
It actually, ours is the first model that they built, and it's one of their more popular models, and we're very, very happy with it. They've done some upgrades to that. They call them rolling upgrades that they do periodically, and so we have some of the rolling upgrades from the earlier models, and then we have, we don't have the upgrades from the current models.
Yeah.
So they're continuously doing that, but no, we don't feel that we have to get rid of ours. We feel like we've got a great unit. They're still building the way they built ours. So we're good. We're happy.
We're good.
Very, very happy with it.
So overall, we had a great experience.
So did we drink Kool-Aid? No. Do we love our RV more? Absolutely. Do we have more respect for the company? Absolutely.
We did already.
Yeah, we definitely
But now
did.
we really had a hands-on, see it in person.
Yeah, more than happy to give great feedback.
Yeah.
For stuff like that. So we're happy
Really
to do what we're actually supposed to do with it, which is continue camping.
Yeah.
And living full-time life in an RV, and traveling.